Okay. Got it. Got it. You're black. Okay. Let me. How can I flip the board? Like that. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Oh, Scotch. I'm not really a bishop c5 player myself. So I'm not really a bishop c5 player myself. I play knight f6, but okay, bishop c5 is a very good line as well. b6, knight c3, knight g7. Okay. I'm not quite familiar with the Potter. What is the Potter? What is the Potter? By the way, I'm not very familiar with bishop c5, knight b3. That's the Potter. All right, I know that. So I'm not really familiar with the theory here. We need to castle bishop e3, f5. All right, f4. What if you take here? What happens here? Castle's long? Or because if he takes, I'm not so sure how fast you are. Because if you can somehow provoke this, you can't really castle right away because of rook a2. Otherwise you go rook e8 and d5. Oops, d5. And you want to exploit this this thing on the e5, right? So I don't think he can take because of knight f5. If he goes there, you still you can still play knight f5. Okay, d5 is he might takes. I admit this is probably not very good. But maybe you can go knight f5 again, and you can force him to take, and maybe you get some nice play on the a5. So that makes me think that I think he misplayed something. I think he lost a very serious tempo with f4. I don't think f4 is a good move. Sure. Is it okay like that? Okay. So I think he kind of lost a very serious tempo with this f4, because I don't think f4 is that big of a deal. If he goes castle long f4, I mean, he can take now, for example, and just play king b1, and he's a couple of tempos ahead. So that's why I think maybe it's theory, maybe it's not. I don't know. Yeah, that's the theory. Yeah, I mean, it only makes sense. F4 on the other hand, it doesn't make sense. I mean, f4 because you didn't know it because I don't think it's a good move. People usually know the good stuff, not the bad stuff. Right? So I think here since he lost some time in the development, what you should do? You should rush things a little bit. So you're just trying to force him to take, and by that I think he can, because f4, I don't think f4 fits the position very well. All right, you went d6, g3. I mean, the little man has time for everything apparently. And you took there. Yeah, this I don't like. I don't like this. I don't like this. Why? Keep the tension. Keep the tension. You didn't get provoked. You didn't get provoked so far. So why take? This guy can be developed until this queen is here, right? So what you just did, you release the tension, and by that you just basically improved his queen's place, and also allowed him to play bishop c4. Yeah, but you could got it like this as well, and then play knight f5 and provoke him to take. and most likely he will go to the long side. So opening up the a file is very beneficial. So that's why I think you should have taken. Okay, you didn't take it previously in the previous move, but now it's good. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the problem is that if you go queen d7 and just knight c5, no? Or you go queen f7 and you just give up on this guy. I don't like this queen e8. Apparently that's the only good move. Really? What about queen d7? Why is this bad? Knight c5, queen f7, you go. I mean, taking here, it's no, come on, man. Yeah, Sonat, you're right. It seems. Queen h5 ideas. I mean, no. What you should do is connect your rooks and bring it as soon as possible here. I think. Or he might go queen b5 now. I don't think it's a big deal. You just go a6 now. So knight d5 is nothing. You just go rook e8. I think because you know here is an open file. I think the fight will happen on this file. So you should just grab it as soon as possible. Really? That's actually surprising. But why? Okay, I'm gonna cheat. All right, I'm gonna cheat. I wanna see why is it bad. Oh wow, g4. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. Your knight doesn't have a good square. So queen e8. Yeah, you already screwed up a little bit. You just wasted so many tempos. So by what you did. With do you see this? What just happened? So basically, you just made two trades, and both of the trades benefited white. You made the first trade. That was trade number 1. What you did? It just allowed him to move his bishop. Trade number 1. Trade number 2. Do you see the light squares here? Yeah, no. That's a basic mistake. So like lower rated opponents thinks that if the more trades they make, the closer they get to the draw. No. It's the wrong way of thinking. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you're eliminating more pieces that you closer you get. No. It's wrong. It's wrong. This was a very first thing I learned as a child, that it doesn't help. It doesn't help. It just what did he do? So you are actually weak on the light squares. What did he do? You just basically traded off your only piece which could cover these squares. So it's and also you just lost a tempo to that. You just also I'm not so sure that your knight is not really, because what just happened here? What just happened? You were running into this g4 f5 because you put your knight on f5. Bro, nah. Just take and play queen d7 and get rook e8 as soon as possible. Maybe you are silvers because you managed to run into this knight c5. But yeah, all this happened. You see, and another thing, You just all the time you're running into this knight c5. But if you keep the tension, he will eventually take, and this knight c5 is he's never it's never available. So yeah. This right there, young man, is a recipe for disaster. Can anyone tell me in the classroom why was a c5 a bad move? I'm talking in, you know, in principle-wise. So Titus, whenever you are in a classroom and a teacher asks you something, your answer is, I don't know, bro. You're the teacher, or what? No, I'm asking in you know. First, that's the 7th rank, and I'm asking on, you know, on a principle level, why was this a bad move? I don't need moves. I'm not expecting you guys to write moves in general. Why was this a bad move? I wanna know. Yes, very good point. And second. Yeah, Titus already said that. What is the other thing? Yeah. Actually, so whenever it comes down to a race between you know, the king side and between the king side and the queen side, it's gonna be a race. So from now on, if white goes c4, you will never be able to create a pass pawn, because you managed to play c5. So basically, this move was bad from 3 different angles. Weakened d6, gave up on d5 square. This was the other thing I was expecting you guys to say. So you just give up on d5 square. So if the knight gets here, you will not be able to just kick it out, kick it away. And the other thing, you can't really create pass pawns from now on. So next time, just try to, I don't know, but it was already not that easy, because if you go here, just knight d5 and you lose a pawn or something. I don't know. Rook c8, rook e7 is getting tricky, right? You can't take because he takes your rook. But okay, you could go probably, I don't know. Could you go knight f5? You go knight f5. I don't think it was the only way. Was it? Knight b5, you just go c6. Don't tell me he will take here. There is no way. I mean, nah. This is not happening. This is too risky. Also, you got 93. You have a lot of counterplay. No, c5 is just, so basically the reasons why you lost this game is you made the wrong trades, and you didn't respect your pawn structure. So you know what Dvoretsky said in the end games. So careful about the pawn moves, because they can't go backwards. The only piece on the board which can go backwards, so you can't change the structure from that point. It's so much difficult to change the structure. You can make it right. Yeah, you see, what a beast on d5. I mean, yeah, this was a scenario I was talking about. From this point, you can't create pass pawns. Yeah, and this was just lost. Yeah, basic pawn end game. He will just sacrifice this 3 for this 2, and he will king will get here and make a massacre. That's it. This is exactly what happened, I guess. He just resigned. So yeah, this would be my game review. So keep the tension, keep the pressure on. Don't waste time, and also don't improve your opponent's pieces by making the wrong trades. All right. All right, Sonic. Let me open up your game. Okay. So you had the white pieces. Can I? How can I? Can I close this thing? I don't know how to close this. Never mind. Never mind. So, French defense. So, Sana, nothing. So, first, let's stop for a second. So basically, you mixed up 2 lines, which is like the Vinaver with knight c3, like this, and the other one was, you know, the exchange French. So you either take here without knight c3, or you either play knight c3 without taking. You shouldn't do both. All right. So don't take and combine with knight c3. All right. But you are making. Yeah, exactly. So why your opponent played bishop b4? First of all, Sonic. It was bullet. Never mind. We are not checking this game from a bullet perspective, or what's good in bullet, what's good. I mean, in general. All right. So, why your opponent went bishop b4? This is a very common mistake I've seen with in lower rated players. So, what do you think? Why your opponent played bishop b4? What was the reason he went there? Other than like developing a bishop somewhere. What is his intention? Yo, MB yo, what's up, little man? You're like, but we had 2 arenas. Imagine, we had 2 arenas. Sonic, answer yes. But what is his intention? Like at some point. Just not getting my answer, am I? I wait. I have time. I'm confused. Really? Okay. So the reason why he went bishop b4, because at some point he wants to take. So he is gonna take eventually. So why provoke something and losing 1 tempo, which is probably gonna happen anyways. So you could again, you force something which your opponent probably wanna do otherwise. So why losing 1 tempo? Why not developing your boys somewhere and then wait for the opponent to take there? What do you think? I don't. What? Okay, it was from Little Mario. Okay. So you just provoke something basically which would happen anyway, and by that you just lost 1 tempo. Don't do that. We are in the development phase, so every tempo time really matters here, because we are almost jumping into, you know, the middle game where tempos matters so much. So don't waste time. Don't waste your time by playing a3. Your opponent would take anyway. How can I just... Okay, thank you so much. Problem number 2. So why do we develop the bishop somewhere where it just the only thing it does is just basically chilling out with the pawns. We don't want to get another pawn. We want to improve this bishop. So I think I know what you wanted. You wanted to push c4 and opening up the diagonal for this guy. But whenever he plays, let's say, knight e5, he's covering this square. So he can only do it by sacrificing some material. Don't do it. This bishop doesn't belong here. If these guys wouldn't be here, then play bishop b2. You have the long diagonal. But once you have this type of pawn structure, the bishop belongs somewhere here on this diagonal. Yeah, you just created another pawn on b2. Problem number 3. Why do we play bishop b5? When I was a child, my trainer always told me respect the bishop pair. Pin. That's a very good point. But it's not from from an annoying kind. So this guy is defended by 2 of these pieces. So all you achieve after taking here is just basically give up on your bishop pair. Remember this sentence very, very well. Just respect the bishop pair. Not every time, of course. There are some, but it's kind of an open position. And do you see these squares right here? These are light squares. So if you're giving up on your bishop, who possibly will cover these squares from his knight and from his bishop? No one. If you're not intending to take on c6, then why did you go there? I think yes, bishop d3 would be better, but there is another pin here. Why not playing bishop e2, for example? And from that point you can bring the queen anywhere. Because maybe you don't want to play g4, weakening your queen, your king, and by this bishop e2 you're just blocking this you're just dodging this pin. So I don't like bishop b5. Again, why not waiting for provocation? So basically you did the provocation, but you are not expecting from your opponent to do the same. At some point he will kick this bishop out. Why take on your own? So you just made the same mistake, with this a3, with not waiting for him to take what probably would be inevitable, and then you didn't return the favor for him to lose one time, which is basically you just give up on your bishop right away. So the other common mistake what I see from lower rated players, that they think that once they reach like opposite color bishop positions, it guarantee the draw. No, it's not true. That's one of the biggest mistake I've ever seen. So this look at this bishop and look at this bishop. Look at these light squares. Who will guys? By the way, can you tell me one important principle of the opposite color bishops? Do you guys know any principle? Aggressor has advantage. Almost true. But why? I was explained as a child a little bit different way. Yes, exactly. So I was explained that whenever your king is getting attacked or whatever, your opponent basically playing with one extra minor piece, because you're having like weak light squares, which he can exploit with 2 pieces, but you can only defend with 1, right? Your bishop is not going to do anything on the light squares, and on the other hand, your opponent doesn't have weak dark squares. So problem number 4 actually. Yeah, but now you are not only give up on your light square bishop, but you in one move you just made your king even like not even, but basically so vulnerable by this move, and also you just created even more weak light squares. You open the queen. Yes, exactly. So you could basically just okay, but it was a bullet game. In a bullet game we are making a lot of mistakes. But you could just simply in one move. It's a multifunctional move. You are moving out your queen from the annoying pin, and also in the same time you are connecting your rooks, which is very important. For bishop b2, bishop b2 was good for only one reason, that you can connect your rooks one move earlier. But that's it. Or maybe some a4 bishop a3 can be available later, but I'm pretty sure black will get here. The worst case scenario, what will happen is probably it's gonna be there at any point, that he will take here and he's gonna have a good knight versus bad bishop. This is a classical example for a good knight bad bishop. Basically from that point every single endgame is lost for him, because he will just bring what am I talking about? What am I doing, man? So basically the king will get here in every endgame, and you can defend your pawns like properly. I'm pretty sure if just imagine that we remove these 2 minor pieces and all the heavy pieces from the board, I think you have a lost endgame from that, like straight away from that. So I mean, but I still would have gone for this and trying to avoid some every not every, but because there will be a fight on this file for sure, because this is the only open file. But of course, the only thing you shouldn't do from now on is exchanging the queens. And now you realize, so basically you just lost 2 tempos. Again, you are opening up, the F file. You see these light squares? Not only mentioning these, everything. You have no light square bishop. I know it was a bullet game, you already said, but I'm talking about the mistakes in general, what you shouldn't make. Yeah, you just blundered. All right. I hope this little analysis of me brought you a little bit closer to improve. So try to collect what I generally I can recommend you guys, just collect the principles and learn them and try to understand them, because these are the very first thing you should learn as a chess player, like the principles in what type of position you shouldn't do, in general what you shouldn't do, like respect the bishop pair, don't waste time on moves what your opponent would do anyway, don't provoke unnecessary trades. These type of things just maybe seems like small things, but small things become big things later. So yeah, that would be it.